So we're gonna go have a look at the garden now. So for instance, this garden that we're going to, that's the heart of P.E.G. And the heart is the organ of love, empathy, and compassion. And that's a kind of philosophy and thinking that you will not hear on your typical conventional farm at all. I looked at importing the good food to Barbados, but that was so expensive, and I was like, hold on a minute, how is it I could go to California and Florida and Virginia and see these beautiful farms producing this wonderful food? Why are we not doing that in Barbados? I got involved in sport from a very young age and ultimately got into rallying, and I did it for like 28 years. But all during that time, I had actually incurred an injury and I blew out a disc in my lower back and had terrible pain on and off for years after that, like 20, 25 years of pain. And that's what drove me to meeting this guy who's a licensed holistic health practitioner in California. And I went to him about my back pain. And it was there that he did an assessment on me and determined that a big part of my back pain is was stemming from the fact that I was eating such terrible food. That's how this idea was conceived. I have no background at all in agriculture, never raised a chicken or grown a head of lettuce in my life. But when my situation, I realized right away that in order for me to improve it, I had to do these things. And then I thought, well, if it's good for me, it could be good for everybody else in Barbados too. Bear in mind, we're doing something that no one's ever done before. I chose the highest point on the island so that a farmer uphill from me couldn't spray with deadly pesticides and whatnot, and then the rain wash it down on my farm. So I knew I had to come up high. And let me tell you, there's a whole bunch of benefits of being in this high point too. The rainfall, it's highest rainfall on the island. If you have arable land next to a natural forest, that's nature left alone doing its thing, it's thriving. And then you come right next to that and grow food, that's golden. I didn't even try to seek funding in the beginning. I wanted to do it myself to show that I am willing to put my money where my mouth is. I've been trying to create this place that is a beautiful nature reserve and lots of opportunity, good food. But for me personally, the experience has been stressful. But I recognize that I was being tested the whole time. And that's what I've been doing so far, trying to figure out, making mistakes, learning from them, getting knocked down by challenges, getting back up, trying again, getting support from people, and people coming and supporting it by eating at the restaurant.
We're very fortunate to be located on a farm. If you look up there, you can see the chickens. I mean, we know where eggs come from. So it's wonderful. You can just walk up there, we're going to pick your eggs sometimes. So we get nice local fresh ingredients. So it's kind of like we work hand in hand together, keep showcasing what we can do with local produce.
Why are people not growing organic food in Barbados? And why are we importing so much food? When I looked at the agricultural situation, it looked quite bleak. So all of that together, my own personal stuff and, just how people in Barbados are living and how it can improve. I would say all of that came together and inspired me to do this. But what I would say is that the most stressful part is behind me. We reached a point where we were able to generate enough business from the farm to pay the bills. I would like other members of the 1% that exist in Barbados, I would like them to see this and then do this as well, so that maybe in 20 years' time, instead of being 100 acres, there's 10,000 acres. we're just scratching the surface. The foundation has been built, but it now needs to rise.